So Tanner, good to have you here on SpotOn. We talked during the off season, and you told me that one day you would like to start your own business. Do you already have a name for it in your mind?
I do not. I have like multiple maybe ideas of different businesses in the future I could kind of go to, whether it's with family or just kind of starting individually. But I'm not sure. I definitely want to include like my last name in it in that regard, but not a specific name. It'll be kind of catered or tailored to whatever business it is.
So, but what does attract you to being a business owner?
Just having the kind of being your own boss, kind of making the business individual to who you are, and kind of catering to whatever kind of business or like customer needs that we kind of go for. Just kind of having that, not power, but having that kind of, what's the word, where I can kind of be creative and let like what I want to do come into the business, you know.
You also said that you really want to visit Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just the sushi, or what is it that attracts you to Asia or Japan?
Just the Japanese culture, I feel like, and it looks like a beautiful place to visit. One of my teammates is playing out there now, and just how he says the culture is, how they just run everything as like a community and everything, just kind of attracts me, and I've never been to Asia, so just to kind of get there and kind of see it and experience it, I think kind of intrigues me.
I guess living as a pro makes it sometimes hard to keep the relationships with the family and friends. Mm-hmm. But being a pro also gave you one friend, as I read, Jolene Smith. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us a little bit about your friendship?
Oh man, it started back in college, because we both grew up in Texas, and then we went to college at University of New Hampshire, way up north in the United States, Northeast. So just through there, we really formed like a kind of a close connection. Of course, going to practice every day, like through basketball, we made a keen friendship. And then through that, both of our current wives, who were our girlfriends back then, made a close relationship as well. So all four of us, and now he has a little son, Donovan, who's a cute little guy. And just through that, we've formed such a close bond, and we've kind of followed each other. He came out to Germany, and he's been in Germany his whole career. But we played in the same league in Pro A together. I was in Ehingen, he was in Heidelberg. And then the next year we both played at Ludwigsburg. So it's cool, not many people not only get to play college basketball together, but also get to play on the same pro team and still kind of keep in contact. And now I'm back in Germany, and he's only 4 hours away in Berlin. It's been awesome. Both of us were in each other's weddings. We have a really close friendship that was able to kind of blossom through basketball, but it's went way further than basketball, and we just care about each other. And he's a really good guy, and so is Monica, and we're two really close families and friends.
I also read in the same text that in college you weren't even sure if you could be a pro player. Mm-hmm. When did you realize that you could be in the pro league and were there to stay?
It's crazy. I really try to live in the present. I try not to look forward to anything, because the future is never guaranteed, especially in a sport like basketball with how physical and hard it is on your body. It's kind of like I never really knew. So just playing in college, like I had pretty good stats, but I always just tried to make the most of my current time. And then once my senior year came and agents were kind of hitting me up, like, that kind of showed me, oh wow, I have potential to kind of go play overseas. I didn't know anything about European basketball or anything. I was just kind of immersed in the US basketball, like college game and everything. But kind of towards my senior year, I was getting a lot of, like I said, interest from agents, and that kind of showed me, wow, I could potentially do this. And then ended up signing with an agent, and then started in Ehingen. It was very surreal, but I would say probably my senior year.
I think what made you become a pro is that you're fundamentally sound,
mm-hmm.
a solid player. Was that something that was always there, or were there a team or a coach that influenced you this way?
Growing up, I had a lot of coaches who were just really good at teaching me, like you said, the fundamentals. And I think I've always tried to keep that within my game. I'm not crazy athletic, or I'm not going to wow you with any crazy plays I kind of do, but I'm just going to work as hard as I can to possibly do whatever I can to help the team win, and that's helped me get to this stage of my career. And I truly think that's what's helped me become a professional, is just sticking to those fundamentals. but I've had a lot of coaches who have been like instrumental in helping me get here and just preaching the fundamentals and just rep after rep of trying to do every little thing right.
Talking about your first month here, I think you already found your role on our team. I think the only thing that's not been consistent is the three-point shot.
Yeah.
Is that something that bothers you, that goes through your mind, or is it just something that you accept?
Oh no, I don't accept it. It's been really aggravating for me. I feel like this is definitely the worst stretch of shooting I've had in my professional career, which it irks me. Being a professional and a competitor, you want to make every single shot you take and everything. And I'm kind of known as being a three-point shooter in Europe so far in my career. So the one thing you're known for is not happening, but even though that's not falling, I'm trying to focus on maybe getting more rebounds, just doing every little thing, boxing out, doing all the little things I can to help the team win. But the three-point shot's going to come, but it's definitely irking me, and being as competitive as I am, it definitely irks me.
You had some coaches in your career now, and everyone has his own way of coaching, of living the relationship between a coach and a player. How difficult is it to adjust to another coach again? And how would you describe Coach Pedro as a coach and as a person?
Coach Pedro is a great coach. Like, I don't think I've learned as much from any coach as I learned from him. And just, he gives you so many specific like reads, and he allows you to work through them and practice them, and he accepts that you're going to make mistakes, but getting those reps in the positions that you're going to be in the game. I've learned so much about just the IQ of basketball, just the mind of it, than anything else. And then and he has a lot of specific rules on defense, and he doesn't just like throw you into it and kind of expects you to know it. Through practice in the preseason, we've kind of started from the bottom up, and everything that he wants, he's specifically told you and implemented into drills. So other coaches in the past maybe have kind of not told you what they wanted, but expected you to do something. But Pedro has told you everything he wants and kind of demands of you. So it makes it easy. If you know what you need to do, you need to just go out and do it. It's not like mind games or anything. It's, this is what you do, go do it. And that transparency is I feel like, so important for players, and especially in a system that coach has. It's demanding, but if you know what you need to do, it's our jobs. We get paid to be professionals to go out and do the jobs of our coaches. So he's a great coach, and his system is successful because he starts from the bottom, and he just preaches every detail and everything he wants. And through that, I think, makes him a good coach and helps enact his system through the players.
Talking about Oldenburg as a place to live, you knew Germany before, but is there something that surprised you about Oldenburg, or you feel that it's different here?
It's a way bigger city than I thought it was. We always stayed in that. I've stayed here twice when I played with Ritas and Ludwigsburg, and I just stayed in the Best Western, and I went from there to the gym. So I only saw that side of Oldenburg. I didn't see the actual downtown, so I thought it was going to be a really small city, not much to do or anything, but it's a beautiful downtown area. It's a lot bigger than I thought, and I was pleasantly surprised when I got here. From
my point of view, you are a player that could be on a team for several seasons. But you changed your clubs season by season up to now. Is that something that you want at this point of your career, or would you like to stay longer in the club?
I would like to stay longer in a club. This professional business, it's really tough. You're usually on year-to-year contracts. You can sign longer-term deals, but that's not all the time up to the player. Sometimes it's negotiated through the agent and everything. So at this stage of my career, I would love to stay in a place long-term, and being in a great country and great league like the BBL, and being for a great organization such as Oldenburg would be great. But then again, it depends on my play, my character, everything. So it just depends, but I would love to.
Okay, Tanner, we're done.
Perfect.
Thank you for the
already?
interview. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.